Good morning, team fam. Man, such a beautiful, windy day today. The sun is still not out, but you know what? The breeze just brings us brand new, fresh air to go ahead and breathe today's, challenges today. It is the day today is April 21st, 2020. Shot caller here live from the Mountain House. Man, we are just so, so blessed and so gifted, right? That we want to first things first, always give all honor and all glory to God. Man, we just get another gift to have another day. And I always say it's a gift. There are others out there that don't have, that chance anymore to have another great day, to live their life to the fullest, right? But we get that chance. So, it is a gift. And so thank you, Lord, right? My job today is to give you a shot of vitamin C. And, in today's lockdown, man, vitamin C is what we need to take to amp up our, immune system. And the vitamin C for us, though, stands for champion, commitment, competitiveness, courage, consistency, change, and charge. And so I always say, if you have other C words we want to add on to list, definitely PM me and we'll add them onto the list. And so for those of you that it's your first time, we appreciate you so much getting on. And we've been doing our Powerboost daily calls since the beginning of January. So if you haven't done so yet, you want to definitely go ahead and access all that at our YouTube channel. It's called JAF Live TV. So like, subscribe, and turn on your notification button so every time we upload a video, you get notified. And so we're excited about today's Powerboost daily call, guys. And you know what? The reason why I talk about the weather every single morning, guys, is because we choose our weather, right? We choose our weather for our life. And I always love it when the weather is like this, is just because that breath of fresh air, right? Your lungs inhaling all that is just just a sign of a new beginning, a sign of a new day, a sign that you could go ahead and have that mentality that the past does not equal the present, right? And it doesn't equal the future. So might as well bring it in. Hey, listen, my Power Boost vitamin C shot today is it's time to remove. And I've noticed this kind of consistently, right? As I talk to individuals on the team, right? It's time to remove the mentality of the I can't, it's hard mentality. The I can't, it's hard mentality. Guys, they always say to have an amazing quality of life, right? It's determined by the way you think, right? They always say this, and this is a common verbiage that you want to learn and internalize, in your mind, right? Because you're going to start influencing and impact others, right? And so in the area of business, they always say the difference between a $50,000 earner and a $500,000 earner is the way we think, guys. And so the constant battle is our thinking, right? So it's time to remove the I can't, it's hard mentality. So look, if you have a brand new teammate, right? Maybe they're feeling frustrated. Maybe they're feeling disappointed. Maybe they're feeling challenged. Majority of the times, right? They're not seeing instant gratification, right? And so they're feeling like it's not for them, or it's moving slow, or, they're not getting results, right? It's time. You got to let them know that, today is a brand new day. It starts with you, right? And it's time to remove the I can't, it's hard mentality. Guys, there is nothing that you cannot make your mind up to do, right? Everything you've ever wanted to do in your life, you can do. And look, there are so many stories that I have that when we get a chance to sit down and have coffee and you ask shot caller, like, give me one of the good stories, right? That I'm going to tell you what others saw was impossible, right? We made it possible, right? Sometimes they think it's magic, right? And they always say shot caller, they say shot caller, like you could always make things happen. You have magic, right? No, it's just the mindset, right? And so what do you do to remove that mindset? I know it's difficult. I know we're all humans, but look, we're also human becomings, and that's what we want to do, is to become what we really truly are, right? And look, we were formed by the Almighty. We were formed by the King of Kings. And so he does not create anything that is junk. He creates everything with his greatness, guys. So you got to just remove that I can't, it's hard mentality. How do you do that? Number one, you got to continually challenge yourself. You have to have a continually challenge yourself today mentality, right? Challenge yourself today mentality. What does that mean? Look, yesterday might have been a great day. Maybe you've made 10 contacts and you're planting seeds. Maybe you had a Zoom KTA yesterday. Look, today, challenge yourself even more, right? Instead of 10, go for 15, right? Challenge yourself, right? Instead of one Zoom KTA, 2 Zoom KTAs, right? Number 2, right? That's number 1. Have a challenge yourself today mentality, guys. And look, if you have a teammate, let them know, man, let's have a challenge today yourself mentality. What did you do yesterday, right? Number 2, a playful out today mentality. A playful out today mentality. Look, the seed of comfort is just hard to get rid of, guys. And so in order to get out of the comfort zone, you got to get into the danger zone. What's the danger zone? You got to have a playful out mentality, meaning you got to let yourself know that I'm going to play full out till 9 p.m. tonight, and I'm going to go at it, right? And whatever you do, whatever you're focused on today, right? And you get that chance, right? You get the chance to decide what you want to play full out to, right? Number 3, you want to drive activity today. You want to drive activity today. What does that mean, guys? Driving means driving. You're going from point A to point B, guys. And so that level of expectation has to be there, right? You're the CEO of your empire. You're the CEO of your business corporation. You're the CEO of your team. You are the CEO of your business. So it's up to you to go ahead and drive that, right? Number 4, you got to get pumped up. You got to get fired up. You got to get super excited, state of mind, right? And I'm going to tell you, right? You got to develop a move to get yourself pumped up, fired up, super excited, right? It's a choice to every day get pumped up, fired up, super excited, right? You know, what are the things that you do? And look, I'm a shy introvert. So when somebody said that to me, I was like, what does that mean? Like, I feel that's weird. Or, you know, guys, I'm going to tell you, whatever's weird, it's what's going to make you wealthy, right? I'm going to tell you, whatever's normal is going to keep you broke, right? So look, maybe have like a chat. You know, I remember for like probably a good 10 years, we would always say, I'm alive, I'm awake, and I feel great. I'm alive, right? People get up feeling frumpy, feeling bad, feeling sleepy, you know, feeling like, guys, we get a gift every morning. We can't think like that. We get a gift every day. Some people are at the hospital beds, don't have that gift. So we got to get in that state of mind, right? Number 4, you also have to have an end in mind, right? Always know that the things that you do to work in your business, you must have an end in mind. Every day, what is the end in mind, right? Don't have an open-ended day. Have an end in mind today. Today, I'm going to make $1,500. Today, I'm going to make $800. Today, I'm going to make $500. Hey, this is still a business for profit, right? Activity has to lead to profit. That's a successful sign of a great leader, right? When they can take activity and lead it into profit. Profit means you're one step closer to goals and dreams. Profit means your teammates are one step closer to goals and dreams. Profit means you're one step away from freedom. Profit means you're one step away from accomplishing everything you ever wanted in your life. Guys, that's important. Your end in mind, right? Number 5, you got to blitz today. There has to be a time in your day where you take an hour and make it a power hour and you got to blitz. What does it mean to blitz? That means you take whatever you're doing and you amp up the speed, right? You amp up more calls, you amp up more prospects, you amp up more referrals, you amp up more whatever it is, right? Licensing, you amp it up, you blitz for a certain period of time, right? It's kind of like you're on the treadmill, and when we usually do the treadmill, we'll go ahead and walk for 10 minutes and we'll go ahead and run as fast as we can for 3 3 minutes. That's your blitz, a 3-minute blitz, right? Here in America, you take that hour and make it a power hour and blitz, right? So guys, that's my shot of vitamin C, right? It's a Tuesday. Yesterday, you were amped up, you were fired up, you're super excited, right? But today, you may be feeling like that. And look, if you're not feeling like that, somebody in your team is feeling like that. Somebody on your team is in their comfort zone. Somebody in your team, right, wants to get it going, but they can't get themselves going. That's what a coach is for. That's what a leader is for. That's what you're for. God brought you to them for that of a reason, right? Look, I always say there are times that you may not agree, and that's okay. That's the great thing about life. You can agree to disagree. There might times you feel like it's not worth it. That's okay too, right? That's part of the human becoming, guys. But at the end of the day, right, you got to make sure that you get that coaching to get you to do the things that you want to do, right? So I always end it with this, right? A question of the day, right? Before we go through our series talk, it says here, how do I train others that I get on my team if I'm not yet 100% confident in training? So look, I know how you feel. Others have felt that way, right? So what do? Number one, you got to continually be consistent at being field trained by your field trainer. You can't let off on that. That's the main thing. You must keep hanging on to your field trainer's coattail. You got to consistently go ahead and take them out with you on your field training, your personal field training appointments. Look, your field training appointments, that's your boot camp. That's your warm up. That's how you get good. You can mess it up and sop it up and get good, right? That's where you can make all the mistakes, guys. But when somebody takes you in their market, when somebody is in their field training, in their field training process or journey, right, you gotta be a master field trainer, right? And if you're not good at that, look, you gotta continuously set your personal appointments and get on the field with your field trainer. Number two, you gotta work on your skills. You gotta be a student of the business more than ever before. You gotta do the reason why you want to say gotta, because you can now somebody believed in you, right? They believed. They saw Pramerica. Yeah, they saw how wicked. But look, they believed you, right? So it's a responsibility for you to work on your skills, to master your skills, right? And number three, you got to rise up your performance, right? You got to know that all the things apart from field training that you're working on, that you're getting better on, you got to master. You got to master how to do a startup. You got to master how to get somebody's list. You got to know, how to get somebody licensed, right? You got to know how to set up their KTA folder. You got to know how to rally them to the calls. You got to know how to what all those other things besides field training, get good at it. All the little things, just like sending out a text or give them a call to let them know that there's training. All that you got to get good at, right? I always believe that it takes 90 days. Look, I read a book. It says it takes 10,000 hours of doing something to get good at something, to master something. 10,000 hours, guys, And so in Pramerica, right, I believe that everything happens in a 90-day madman cycle. Like your first 90 days, your first new teammates 90 days is the foundation really of how strong they're going to be in Pramerica, right? And so that 90 days of a madman cycle type of field training is really key, is really important, right? I believe that in those next 90 days, right, you see, I believe, right, you see, right, enough appointments, you're going to get good at what you do. What is it? What is that? What is enough appointments? I think minimum in the first 90 days, right? And because it's the foundation, right? You do 10 by 10,000 with your trainee, with a brand new teammate, and you do that for the next 90 days. That's 30 by 30. I believe that's a strong foundation to set them up that once they get licensed, they're able to field train. Look, I believe this is a simple business. I think people make it so complicated, right? And the reason being is because they just don't have enough experience. They just have not enough training. So it's up to you as a field trainer to make sure your first 90 days, that intensity level is there. You're the thermostat to your new teammates, Pramerica life, business life, right? So I think that's important, guys. And look, don't focus on the things you can or the things you can't do or you're not good at. Focus on the things that you are, right? And then work really hard on the things that you can get better at. So hopefully that's helped. That's a great question. Thank you for that question. Continue to go ahead and plug in those questions. And as we close, I just want to let you know this is a journey that we've embarked together since the beginning of January. And a lot of people have told me that they're not, really a reader. And I get it. I understand. I mean, so we're going to do this journey together, right? That's what I'm here for, right? And so we've been studying how successful people think, and we realize successful people really, have different types of thinking. And, they start off cultivating a big picture thinking. They engage in focus thinking. They harness creative thinking. They employ realistic thinking. They utilize strategic thinking. And then now they explore possibility thinking. We've been really working hard on that possibility thinking, right? And so it says here that, successful people, they question the status quo. Most people want their lives to keep moving, yet they value peace and stability at the same time. People often forget that you can't improve and still stay the same. Growth means change. Change requires challenging the status quo. If you want greater possibilities, you can't settle for what you have now. When you become a possibility thinker, you will face many people who will want to give up your dreams and embrace the status quo. Achievers refuse to accept the status quo, guys. As you begin to explore greater possibilities for yourself, your organization, or your family, and others challenge you for it, take comfort in knowing that right now, as you read this, other possibilities thinkers across the country, around the world, are thinking about curing cancer, developing new energy sources, feeding hungry people, and improving quality of life. They are challenging the status quo against the odds, and you should too. Guys, man, that just fires me up. I'm just lit like crazy. Guys, go challenge the status quo, right? Maybe people are telling you to just go do one by one. Hey, you know what? Start with that. There's nothing wrong. That's absolutely fine, right? Challenge the status quo and go do 3 by 3, right? All I can tell you is you get a shot. You get a gift. We all get that gift of another day. Let's just go ahead and make this day a power boost day.